Hi, this is Mr. Knowles, and this video is a review of the long division process that we're learning about in class. It's one of several ways to divide. It's similar to the way that some parents or family members might have learned in their past. So hopefully they can catch on to what we're doing. And again, it's just one of several ways. It's not a have to, but it might be a way that some students prefer as they learn how to divide. And I want everyone to remember that division is the process of breaking a number into equal parts. So the problem on the left, we have 481, and we're dividing it by 13, and we're dividing it to get equal parts. And that's the familiar way that some of us might remember from the past. And on the right side, what we're doing in class right now is taking 481, dividing it by 13, and we're getting equal parts. It's just a little bit different, but hopefully you arrive at the same answer, which is perfectly fine. So let's get started. So problem 1, this is from Home Connection 34, by the way. I have 272, and I'm going to divide it by 16. So what we're practicing is, over here on the right, we have a multiplication menu for the 16. So let's see, 10 times 16 is 160. 20 times 16, well, that might be difficult, but if I think about it, it's really just 160 doubled. It's the answer before this doubled because 20 is twice as big as 10. I can just double the answer to the problem above it and make it 320. And then the 5 times 16 is half. The answer is half of the 10 times 16. So that's 80. I hope that just made sense to you guys. And those numbers might help me get started because I want to get as close as possible to 272 without getting a bigger number. And let's see, I'm going to use the 10 times 16. So I'm going to write 10 up above. 10 times 16, I already did that on the right, so I know what it is. 160. And I'm going to subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2, 7 minus 6 is 1, 12 minus 1 is 1. All right, now I'm going to look to the right, and what's nice about this multiplication menu is right there, I can use that for my next part of the problem. So I'm going to use that 5 times 16. So I'm going to write a 5 up here. 5 times 16, I already know what it is. It's 80. And I'm going to subtract. It's kind of repetitive. 11 minus 8, I know that's 3. 32. Okay. Now I just got to think of how many 16s go into 32. So 1 times 16 is 16. About 2 times 16. That'd just be doubled, right? That's 32. Well, that's exactly what I need. So I'm going to use 2 times 16. I'm going to write the 2 up here. 2 times 16 is 32. So I'm going to have no remainder. Now, I'm not quite done yet at the top. So at the top, what I want to do is combine these numbers up here into one answer. So all together, it's 17. So my answer to 272 divided by 16 is 17. That is my final answer right there. Let's do another one. 216 divided by 12. So I'm going to use my multiplication menu on the right 10 times 12 is 120. 20 times 12 is just double that. And 5 times 12 is half of the first little problem there. So that would be 60. Can I use those? 240 is too big. 120 will work. So let's start with 10. 10 times 12 is 120. Subtract 6. I have to borrow. 11 minus 2 is 9. 1 minus 1 is nothing. Alright, this is working out pretty good so far. I'm going to go ahead and use that 5 times 12 is 60. So 5 times 12 is 60. Subtract. Hey, look at that. And I believe 12 times 3 is 36. Pretty confident about that. So I'm going to use that. 3 times 12 is 36. Subtract. And then what I have to do is don't forget to take those numbers up there, put them all together, add them together. 18. 18 is my answer to this problem. Let's just do one more. Again, these problems are coming off of Home Connection 34, I believe. So one more problem. I have 408 divided by 17. So I have a multiplication menu on the right. 10 times 17 is 170. 20 times 17 is just doubled that. So 340. And 5 times 17 is half of the first one. That's going to be tricky, huh? What do you think? I think, let's see, I think it's 85. Because I know 80 and 80 is 160. So 85 and 85 would be 170. Let's see, which one should I use? Hey, I can use the 20 times 17. That's close. Well, that's the closest of them anyway. So I'm going to put a 20 up here. Put 340 here. Subtract 8. Borrow 10 minus 4 is 6. 3 minus 3 is 0. 68. Well, on the right, I see that 5 times 17 is too big. So let me try, maybe I don't know what 4 times 17 is. Maybe I should start with 1. 1 times 17 is 17. 2 times 17 is doubled that, 34. 3 times 17, just adding another 17 to the 34. So I think that's 51. And I can see that 51 is 17 away from 68. So I'll move it down here. 4 times 17 is just adding another 17 to the 51 is 68. So that's what I want to use. So 4 times 17 is 68. No remainder. So the last part is just remembering to add those pieces. That's why it's called partial products method. 24 is my answer. I hope this video has been helpful to you and your family. If you have any questions, please let me know.